Why is it important for you to come to Asia to promote this movie?
I think it's important because after learning how devoted of a fan base Marvel Comics has in Southeast Asia, it just felt like a wonderful experience to come out here and kind of encourage everybody to go watch Guardians.
How do you feel to work with James Gunn?
Working with him, yes, and he's wonderful. He's a great director. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's very confident in himself, and I like working with directors that know what they want and believe in themselves, because you feel safe. You feel very safe that every day when you go to work, you're gonna know, you're gonna be told exactly what you need to do and what is expected of you. But he's also, even though he's a very detailed and hands-on kind of artist and filmmaker, he's also very collaborative and generous with his time and his information, and he allows everybody to sort of come in and talk about his ideas, and that is something that as an actor you feel very good because you feel very relevant.
Having done with the Avatar before, you were previously painted in blue and now in green. How do you feel to be Gamora?
I feel great. The 4 to 5 hour makeup process every morning was not so great, but the end result ended up being really I was very proud of it. So I made all the effort worth doing.
Tell me more about Gamora, the character, costume, and prop.
Well, she definitely was built, created by an amazing array of people, from Alexandra Burns, who's an amazing costume designer, and she has been designing costumes for 2 or 3 Marvel movies already, and she really wanted Gamora to look hip, but also to look really tough and modern. It was relatively comfortable, believe it or not, even though it felt a bit contrived at times. The makeup and prosthetic team worked really hard to try to find the right shade of green that wasn't going to be too off-putting or too alien-looking or too scary or villainizing. And then at the end of the day, I worked with an amazing stunt coordinating team to bring kind of Gamora to life and make her look legit as an assassin. So it all, every day there was a process. There was a department that you had to go to and kind of get the add-ons in order for Gamora to kind of come together. But once she did, and I stepped on set, we all felt very happy with what we had created for her.
What was the most appealing to you when agreed to play Gamora?
The most appealing was, besides wanting to look like Kermit the Frog, it was working with James Gunn and being a part of a Marvel movie.
What homework do you do to prepare for this movie?
I saw a lot of bullfighting because I knew that her weapon of choice was going to be the sword, and I thought instead of making her just, her fight technique just be a martial art technique, I wanted to kind of combine it with something else and just make it a little authentic. And so there was something about the bullfighter that felt that for a woman such as Gamora, it was going to be very appealing, and the whole symbolism behind the seduction of the bull for a woman was great. And I'm like, oh my God, because once you watch the way a bullfighter fights, it's sort of like a dance, like a tango dance that the bullfighter is having with the bull, and then at the end tricks the bull by hiding the sword behind this red cloth, and then just kills the bull, and the bull didn't even see it coming, but the bull is running to his death. And I just thought, that's Gamora. Like, I'll make it Gamora because it's sexy too. And when I told James Gunn, he loved it. So we just, found little things to add on and make her look really legit and graceful.
Which part of the movie do you enjoy the most?
Which part of the movie did I enjoy the most? I think it was whenever we were in those spaceships that were sort of motion mobile, because they would strap us to these seats and they would sort of move and you'd be inside the spaceship, so it kind of felt real. So the little girl in me got to imagine what it would be like to be in a spaceship.
What was some of the most awkward situation or scenes in this movie between you and the others?
Most awkward. There's a scene in the end that you'll get to witness where we're all kind of coming together as the Guardians, and the way that it was shot, we were, on wires, and we had these huge fans that were just blowing air, but there was also a lot of sand and rocks on the ground, so they kept getting in our eyes, and we had to be yelling as if we were getting all electrocuted, and we were just laughing so hard while we were shooting that, and it took 2 days of yelling and air being blown in order for us to get it right. So it was a very awkward shoot, because you kind of felt, oh my God, I can't believe we're doing this. This is just weird. But it paid off once we saw it. Hi Malaysia, I'm Gamora. Apa kabar? Selamat Hari Raya.